Hi, good morning, guys. It is your girl, BlackRoses. I am flying solo today, so you guys tune in with me, leave some comments, But first things first, as we get it started, how was you guys' weekend or your week? Mine was good. Mine went by so fast. Like, my week went by extremely fast. I did not expect it to go that way. I'm gonna move because I feel like I'm getting looking dark. So I'm gonna move my view, guys. So let me get adjusted here. Oh, that's much better. I'm gonna move myself around like this here. Okay, better. Hey guys. Hey. I decided to come outside today. It's a nice morning out. I hope you guys are enjoying yourself. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. Well, a great start to your weekend. The weekend just started. Um, Last night I had an amazing time. Um, I went to go see some more at the Baltimore Comedy Factory, and it was amazing. She was good. I have never seen her live before. I have never seen her. Period. I'm just gonna say that I have not ever seen her before. Um, she's definitely a good comedian. I love her. Her energy was definitely there. She kept it real. I liked everything about her. The show was nice. So I know that the show for tonight at 7 o'clock is sold out, but I know there's a 4 o'clock show. So if you guys can make the 4 o'clock show, try to make it because she was definitely good. She definitely gave you your money's worth. She stayed longer than I anticipated. Um, Longer than her hour. I think it's like an hour and a half or something like that they're supposed to say. But she definitely gave like a 2 hour show. It started a little bit late because it was sold out. The line was out the door. I'm just gonna say that the line was out the freaking door, but it was worth it. It moved fast. The security guards was extra nice. I think that the security guards at the Comedy Factory need to be the security guards in Safari, but that's a different story on a different show. But overall, the show was amazing. Like I said, it started a little bit late. The only downside to it was the air conditioning was broke, so it was hot as a mug in there. It was so fucking hot in there. And she kept it real. She was like, I'm gonna give y'all my all. Like, I'm not gonna shortchange y'all because I'm hot and it's hot in here, and I know y'all hot. But it was lit. It was lit. She like I said, she brought the energy. She was definitely funny. She definitely kept it real. She was definitely being herself, and I love to see her. She's definitely one of the queens of comedy, and she did an amazing job. Her opener, her opening comedian was Teray. He was amazing. He's funny too. I've been watching him since BT Comic View when I was in like the '90s. So, and definitely seeing some more from the '90s. Like I've been watching her since Comic View as well. And I don't know if you guys used to watch Comic View when y'all was younger, but I used to love me some Comic View. But it was good seeing her. It was good seeing Teray. Teray was really amazing. He was really happy. One thing that she did that I must say no comedian has ever done in my times of going to the Comedy Factory was she had a whole video play. Like it was like a 5 minute video. I'm gonna say like three, maybe three. She had a whole video play before she came out explaining her what she called the chandelier experience. That's what she calls it. It was really nice. The video highlighted a lot of black women and a lot of influential black women in today's society. It highlighted a lot of women that influenced her. It was a really positive video. It was about 3 minutes long, I want to say, maybe five, I don't know. But it was a really nice video, and no one has ever done that in my history of going to the Comedy Factory. They just have their little opener, then they had the opener and introduce them, and then bam, that's it. She was out in the crowd. She was really nice. She was a really nice person, and I really enjoyed seeing her. She was definitely one of my favorite female comedians. I want to kind of see Monique. I want to see what kind of what kind of vibe she brings. I kind of want to see her live. I don't like going to big places like the lyric and stuff like that because I feel like you don't get a bang for your buck. I mean, with the Comedy Factory, it's very small. You have to sit with people that you don't know, which is kind of like that too because you never know who you may meet. The couple that I sat with last night, that me and my friend sat with last night, they were really cool. They were really nice. The lady was amazing. The guy was fun. She was funny too. Let's see. What else about? I like the Comedy Factory because, like I said, it's a nice, intimate setting. It's smaller. It's smaller than most of your venues. It is definitely a comfy feel. I like it. Uh, it's it's different. I like the smallness of it. Don't get me wrong. I will go to a comedy show at like the arena or something like that, but I kind of prefer the smaller places like the Baltimore Comedy Factory or Magoobies. Magoobies is a nice place. I've been to Magoobies once, but I like Magoobies Joke House. I like that one. I have never been to. I think it's called Sully's. I think Sully's is another comedy club. I've never been there before, and so I think next week this weekend is Lavelle Crawford. I like Lavelle Crawford, and I kind of want to see him, but I don't know. And after that, they don't really have anybody that's gonna pique my interest and make me want to go. They have a couple people that I think is funny as far as like Instagram and Facebook wise that I kind of follow a little bit, but I don't nobody that really piques my interest to be like, oh my god, I gotta go see this person. I really wasn't going to go see some more, but somebody invited me to go, so I'm happy that they did because I really enjoyed myself. I really enjoyed the show. What else? Let me see. That's about it. So far, so good. Don't have any plans for tonight, unfortunately. But maybe I'll find something to do. What are you guys planning for the rest of this weekend? How's your Saturday? What are you planning to do tomorrow? Throw some hints and ideas out there, guys. Today, like I said, I'm flying solo. KD is preparing herself to move to North Carolina. We definitely wish her well on her journey. She will still be a part of the show, which we are all happy about. She'll just be in a different location. It kind of sucks, but I wish her well on her journey. Another time where she gonna be in 18 hours away. But she likes it in North Carolina. She talks about it a lot. She really enjoys herself there. But today, we have a variety of topics. Y'all know me. I'm gonna go from one end to the next in a matter of minutes, so it don't matter to me. Whatever y'all want to do, definitely tune in and give me your opinions and tune in and talk to me. Don't have me up here looking crazy and talking to myself. But as far as the rest of my weekend, I don't have anything planned. I want to go swimming, but I don't know what the weather's going to be like. This storm these past 2 days has definitely been like, what the hell? Okay, smarty. We definitely these storms these last 2 days has definitely been like a golly, like the Lord is cleansing the earth. Definitely cleansing Baltimore. But there's it kind of was scary. I see that there's a missing lady, older lady and her grandson. I'm kind of confused on how they're missing. If they were in a car, I don't know. Maybe it's me, but they're missing from the storm that happened on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. So from the storm that happened Thursday, they haven't been seen or heard from since Thursday. So I'm a little concerned about that. But other than that, let's get into it. Nate said we don't have a variety of topics. Okay, Mr. Man, Mr. Nate. But let's get into it. Let's talk about it. I hope you guys are enjoying your Saturday. So today's topic is about colorism. I came up with this topic because it needs to be talked about in the Black community. I am an avid TikToker. I'm not a content creator. I'm on TikTok all the time, all day long, every day. And most of the things that I see that concerns the Black community is the number one thing between us that divides us all is colorism. Colorism is basically defining what your skin tone is, who you are. So I myself, when I grew up, I only knew two skin tones. You were either dark or you were light. There was no in between. There was no gray area. It's you either dark or you're light. Now there is this thing where dark skinned people some people who are darker than lighter people don't want to be considered to be a dark skinned person. They want to be brown skin. So now it's light skin, brown skin, dark skin. So light skin is of course, the lighter people. Brown skin is people who are not dark, but they not light. They brown skin. And then you have my darker tone people. Me myself, I consider myself a dark skinned woman. Some people consider brown skin. I say dark. I don't got time for all that. Oh, I'm mocha. I'm a little milk chocolate. No, baby, I am dark skinned. I mean, I'm not blue black, but I'm black. I'm dark. You can consider me to be brown skin. I don't know. I don't think I'm a brown skin girl. I mean, I have brown skin, but I don't have like, I don't know. Am I dark? Why am I brown? I don't know. What am I? I'm dark. I'm dark. I'm gonna say I'm dark. Not blue black, but just dark. A lot of the times we get caught up in that colorism thing because a lot of people don't want to be. A lot of people deem being dark skinned as a taboo or like a faux pas. Like, oh no, I don't want to be that. I don't want to be considered dark skinned. But and then you have light skinned people who are like, I'm not brown skin. I'm light skinned. Now, I it do bother me a little bit when guys, especially black men, oh, I like light skinned girls because light skinned girls are prettier, they're this, they're that. You know, that kind of set the tone for us. For me, dating back to slavery, if you think about it, a lot of times when I say stuff like that, I'd be like, Lord have mercy, I sound like one of them people who always got a theory behind something. But it does date back to slavery because if you think about it, the dark skinned people were in the field. The dark skinned people were the ones picking the cotton. The dark skinned people were the ones who were outside versus you had the light skinned people who they deemed as house niggas. You had the field niggas and you had the house niggas. The lighter tone people who could be considered white passing are in the house. And then you had the field niggas who was dark skinned or brown skinned outside in the sun picking the fucking cotton. So, and then I think that even within, some of the slave owners took to the lighter tone women because they were basically okay, you're black, but you're not black black. It's like not like you're a dark ass black ass woman. You're black, but you're not no black ass heifer. Like how they would say it. But and then that's another whole vibe within itself. That's a whole nother story within the show, within a different show. But for me, growing up, I didn't have anybody to pour, and I've said this before, I didn't have anybody to pour into my dark tone. We didn't discuss that. Even now, I can think about in my younger days when I was made to take baths, well, not, was told to take a bath, I would have to put a little dab of bleach in my water. And for me, I thought was, well, what are you trying to do? You trying to lighten my skin tone? Like, because I was the only darker person in my household. All of my cousins were light skinned. My sister's light skinned. My aunt light skinned. My little brother was light skinned. I think my guy cousin was the only one, but I don't know what his experiences are. But I can only explain for myself. Being the only other like darker tone person in the household, it was like, you black, oh, you blacky, and I hate that when people be like, hey blacky, or you black as shit, like girl, what's your black ass? Like, I cannot stand that because it's like, what's wrong with my skin tone? What, you got a problem with it? Like, what you don't like my color or something? And even now, like, you will hear some people like, oh, how black is she? Black as shit. Like, she dark. She's a brown skin girl, but it's something that I guess is embedded into us from an early age, from when we were younger. But like I said, for me, my experience is that I never had anybody to be like, oh, your black is beautiful. We never talked about skin tones in my household. We never talked about, embracing your blackness or embracing your skin tone. That was definitely something that a lot of those black families lacked back then. A lot of black families back then did not talk about those types of things. A lot of black families did not say or did not pour, especially into the young, darker girls, that their skin is beautiful. It was just like, you black as shit, girl. You black. Oh, look at her. She black. But I feel like now growing up, a lot of millennials who are having darker kids are starting to be like, yeah, I'm gonna let my beautiful dark baby know she's beautiful. And I do that with all, like, my niece. I do it with my with Cash. You all know Cash. I do it with her. Like, I always say, you're so beautiful. And it's not, and stop telling women that they're beautiful to be a certain color. Like, you're beautiful to be a dark skin girl. No, bitch, I'm pretty period. I'm pretty period. What you trying to say? You got ugly dark skin people. You got ugly light skin people too. And for me, I feel like lighter tone people wear their wear their worry in their face. Like I look at a lot of light skinned women, and you can kind of tell, like, you be looking at them like, damn girl, what you going through? Because your eyes are sagging. I feel like they wear a lot of their I guess you would call it imperfections in their face a lot. Versus with a dark skinned person, you could be like, oh, okay, she's been through a little, she look a little rough, but her skin's still a little tight, you know. But I feel like for the most part, we classify each other as in different groups to say like, oh, I like this type of person, or I like that type of person, or that's a this type of trait, or that's a dark skinned nigga trait, or that's a light skinned nigga trait. Dark skinned niggas don't do this, light skinned niggas do that. Like, you know, it's just something that we do within the community that I feel like we need to stop, because it's like we're all black. We are all black. The same thing light skinned niggas do, dark skinned niggas do the same thing. The same light skinned chicks, the same thing light skinned girls do is the same thing that dark skinned girls do. I don't get the difference of, and even for me, I'm coming out of that when it comes to my dating life, because I always say, I don't like no light skinned man. I don't like no light skinned man. But it's like, I'm learning. Like, Crystal, you got to come out of that. You got to come out of that, because it's not about a skin tone. People are people. A person is a person regardless. Dark or light, they all ain't shit. I mean, I'm just going to say it. You know what I'm saying? Not saying every man ain't shit, but everybody got a flaw. Everybody has something wrong with them. So, but I see it's your preference. But I feel like as a whole, we need to come out of that whole pool, the cesspool of thinking, basically, because you saying like, oh, I like this person because light skinned girls do this better, or dark skinned girls do that better. How do you know? We're all the same thing. We're all the same people. We're all the same. It's no different in between the light skinned girl doing this and a dark skinned girl doing that. We all are the same. There's no different. And like I said, for me, I'm coming out of that now, opening up my mind, because it's like, Crystal, you could be passing up somebody because they light skinned. You could be, missing this person because they light skinned. You don't want to talk to him because he light skinned. That is so dumb. Like, I had to think about it myself. Like, that is so stupid. But for the most part, I feel like we as a whole, as a collective, as a black community, we got to start doing better. We got to start holding each other accountable for all sorts of things, all sorts of negative energy and toxic energy that we possess about ourselves. Because we will literally, we are literally the only ones holding each other back. Like, and it's for dumb things like colorism, dumb things like, oh, toxic, masculinity versus feminine energy. Like, we be talking about shit that don't even fucking make sense. Like, and I'm like, white people don't deal with this kind of shit. White people don't deal with this kind of shit. I was talking to one of my coworkers. She's Middle Eastern, but she could go for what we call white passing. And I was, just saying, just talking to her in general. And she was like, well, do you notice the difference between a light skinned man and dark skinned man? I'm like, no, I don't. There is no difference. All people are trashy people if they're a trashy person. Their color has nothing to do with it. Their color has nothing to do with who they are. If they're a trashy individual, they're a trashy individual. Their color, their skin tone, nothing has anything to do with it. And it's she says to me like, oh, I kind of like chocolate men to be attractive or this, or they carry a certain swag about themselves. I'm like, and light skinned men have the same thing too. They had the same thing. And another thing I want to talk about was white passing. Another on TikTok again, y'all. Here I am. There's a guy on there who is called the Modern Warrior. He is a indigenous man. He's indigenous of the indigenous community or culture, and he made a video about white passing people. If you're white, you could be considered. So it's like if you're from like Middle Eastern or a Middle Eastern area, you don't have like a different skin tone, you can go for white passing. So that therefore you are white. And I did ask somebody that question, like, with white people, is it better for them to consider themselves white when it's convenient? Or is it better to just be like, hey, I'm not a Caucasian person. I am from XYZ. I'm not Caucasian. I am this, that, and the third. Italian, because Italians tend for white passing, but when it benefits them, when the privilege hits them, then they can use it. Versus we wear our skin tone all the time. I can't say, oh, I'm white. I can't do that. I can't, pass a certain thing. And I had to ask somebody this too when I was in Jamaica. Like, I know you're Jamaican and I know you're black, but do you consider yourself? What do you consider yourself? They was like, I'm black. I'm black. I was like, oh, okay, because I don't know. I guess with me, I thought, maybe you had a different race. I don't know. That sounds dumb. I know it did, but it's like, first of all, just because they're from somewhere different, like, okay, you have Africans who don't consider themselves black. They're African. I mean, what do you consider yourself? I'm black. I consider myself African American, I guess. I mean, yeah, I guess so. I consider myself African American. But what do you consider yourself? Do you consider yourself African American? Do you identify as black? Do you identify as Negro? Like, there's so many different things. Like, what do you identify as? For me, my race is black. I'm a black person. I'm a black woman. I'm a black woman. Yeah. So, I don't know. I guess my stupid self thought that, okay, if you're from Trinidad, I guess Trinidad is your culture or your background. It's not your race. Does that make sense? Yeah. It's not. So your culture and your background, but your culture and your race are two different things. Or is it nationality? Is it nationality? Or is it nationality or is it race? Because it's two different things, right? Because I think your nationality is like your culture and what you identify as, versus your race is your race. What's your race? Black. My nationality. What's my nationality? I'm American. Is it American? I don't know. So is my name okay? My nationality is African American, maybe, but my race is black. That's why I get confused. I don't know. So anyway, my dumb self be thinking like, okay, if I'm from, let me see, let me find somewhere. If I'm from the Virgin Islands, and what is my nationality? Is their race black? Is their nationality an islander? I don't fucking know. I don't know. Y'all gotta help me out. I don't know. But that's this subject for me. I be confused about it because I'm like, is your nationality and your race two different things, or is a nationality what your culture is, and then your race is something different? I don't fucking know. In my mind, I guess I don't know. I don't know. But as far as colorism go, Kiari, as far as colorism go, it's like in our community, we have to do better with defining who a person is based upon the color of their skin. Because if you think about it, that is kind of like what racism is, what prejudice is. So I don't hang with nothing but dark skinned girls. I can't hang with light skinned girls because light skinned girls do X, Y, Z. Even if you think about it, dating back to some of the sororities, like you think about it, AKAs. I made that to be an example. AKAs was predominantly light skinned or fair skinned women. Now, why was it that? I don't know. And then you think about Delta. Delta is mostly dark skinned women, for brown skinned women. So maybe it has something to do with colorism even back then. Maybe back then it had something to do a lot with what was going on and how they were still divided amongst each other in 1908 or 1913. You know what I'm saying? So, but I believe the founders were light skinned women. Now, mind you, now in today's society, you do have dark skinned AKAs. I did meet a light skinned Delta. She actually interviewed for a position at my job. And I was like, I'm thinking like, oh, she's a Delta. When I read her resume, I'm like, oh, she's a Delta. She's going to be a dark skinned woman. When she walked up in there, that lady was light as I don't know what. I was like, oh, shit. That was my first time seeing a light skinned Delta. And I know that may sound crazy to some people. It may sound weird. But it was my first time ever seeing a light skinned Delta. I have never seen a light skinned Delta. Every Delta I have met or seen is dark skinned. And damn near every AKA I know is light skinned. Now I know a few dark skinned AKAs, and I'm like, oh, okay, they're integrating more darker tone women into the society. Like it. I like it. I like it. But even if you look at sororities like that, and then they also think that light skinned girls have better hair. I know some light skinned girls that are downright fucking ugly. Just ugly. And I can't, and you know me, I by no means am I like, oh, that's ugly shit. I'm not that type of person. But I be looking at some of them like, girl, you ugly as shit. But self-esteem be so high because why? They light skin. Light skin. I had a girl I used to work with and at Easy Pass. This girl was not cute by far. Ratchet and ghetto on top of that. And then she had a missing tooth. Like, I know I got a gap, but that bitch had a whole missing tooth. And you could not tell her she wasn't the baddest thing on this side of earth. Why? Why? And when somebody asked her, somebody at work really asked her, like, why do you think you cute? She was like, because I'm light skinned. That automatically trumps everything. I'm light skinned. I will always be prettier than anybody. I was like, so of course, you know, all the dark skinned women at work jumped in her ass. Cause it was like, bitch, you could never. You know, and it wasn't like a fight. It was just like you need to humble yourself, baby, because you're not all that cute. You know, all that. But in her mind, and we can't take that away from her. I will never take that away from anybody. But in her mind, because she was light skinned, that trumps every other flaw about her. And no dark skinned girl on this earth could ever touch her beauty because she was light skinned. And her, that's her top tier. That was it. That was the top. I'm light skinned, and that's pretty. That's all I gotta say. It wasn't like she was light skinned with pretty eyes. It wasn't like she was light skinned, had pretty hair. Hair was nasty as shit, never done. It was just like, but in her mind, in her thought process, I'm light skinned, so I'm top tier, and I beat all y'all. And it was just like, for me, I'm like, here I am with no self esteem, watching this girl at work say she better than prettier than dark skinned girls or me because she's light skinned. This bitch missing a tooth. She got marks all up on her face because she stay in a fight. Like, it was just like, damn. And it was like, I done seen some pretty ass girls, dark skinned too, way better than her, bad. But because she felt like she was light skinned, that was a top tip for her. Nobody could beat that. Nobody could top that. Nobody could. Good morning. Nobody could top that. And I'm like, oh, okay. Can't get mad at it. Can't be mad at it. I will never knock somebody off their crown. Never knock another girl crown off her head. But damn, you had a lot of nerve. You had a lot of nerve, man. But I digress. So with that being said, how are y'all dealing with colorism? Is there any preferences that you choose? And you can still you can chime in if you want to. Are there any preferences of yours that you are trying to, you know, get out of your mind and get out of your thoughts right now? Because is there any they said, oh wow, thanks. Are there any thought processes? You know, like what are you changing about yourself when it comes to colorism? How are you looking to change the community and your way of thinking, as well as others? I'm sorry, y'all, but you know, for me, like I said, I'm trying to stop with the whole I don't date this kind of guy. I don't like this kind of guy. I'm gonna stop that. I have to stop that because all I ain't shit. The ones I've dated, rather. But that's another story on a different show. But how are y'all dealing with colorism in the community? Like, I do notice that a lot of guys will be like, and they be dark, ugly gremlins. I don't like dark skinned girls. And we don't like you neither. Ugly. We don't like you either, ugly. You know, y'all just not pretty. Y'all don't set the standard for beauty. Says who? Says who? And who mind? And who thought that we don't set the standard for beauty? Says who? Says who? Says who? But okay, so then there's another trend on TikTok where the this guy made a song, kind of like, okay, so if you think about when you think about colorism, I think about this song when Lil Wayne opened up his song, was like, I like them long hair, thick, red bone. Okay, so this guy made a song and it was like, what's your preference? And he was like, I like them black. Like I like them black. It was like basically saying he like dark skinned girls. Like I like me a black bone, long hair. I can't remember exactly the word. So the light skinned girls on TikTok were calling out all light skinned women because they were stitching the boy's song or duetting his song and making a video with them in it. And they were like, no, sit this one out because we have 1,000 other songs dedicated to that skin tone. And then this one song that black girls, that dark skin girls finally get that praises them. Here y'all come with y'all crumb snatching ass and want to do at the video like he was talking about you. He wasn't talking about you. He was talking about dark skin girls. Now don't get me wrong. Once again, I don't like it when rappers do that because then you're dividing. But I get what they were saying because for years you have rappers and you have all these celebrities who do not date dark skinned women. It is not their standard of beauty because most light skinned women are closer to being white. Okay, I got me a light skinned girl. Okay, cool. A lot of rappers, I don't like them dark, I like them light. Okay, fine. You have a lot of colorism amongst them gremlins too. Like Lil Wayne, baby, you ugly as shit, but you Toya was his only dark skinned. Well, I think she was married to him or something. I don't know. I think they were married at one point. Toya was the only dark skinned girl he ever dated, or brown skinned girl, you can say, because she definitely ain't no light skin. She is not light skinned by far. Not light skin. And then you have a dark skinned daughter. Your daughter is brown skinned. Like you have a daughter who is not a light skinned woman, and you how she think listening to this song, she like, damn, you know, like y'all really be out here choosing and acting like dark skinned girls are not a standard of beauty as well. Like that don't even make sense to me. We can be a standard of beauty just like anybody else, but because it's not popular or it's not the thing to do, you don't do it. You don't do it. Um, but I like LeBron James, he has a beautiful dark wife, Gabrielle Union, beautiful dark skinned woman, but not because she's dark. It's a lot of women who are of darker skin tone that are the standard of fucking beauty. Gabrielle Union is fucking gorgeous if you ask me. Megan Good, she's brown skinned, definitely fucking gorgeous. Definitely fucking gorgeous. Gorgeous. And you have some ugly light skinned girls and you got some ugly dark ones too. You got some ugly ones. But I'm not going to say, oh, that person is ugly. And then also another thing, their personality can make them ugly. So yeah, that's what the heck? I don't know what the happened, y'all. But yeah, that's another thing. Like there's more to it than a standard. There's more to a standard of beauty than just talking about the color of someone's skin. That personality can say a lot about them. You know, you got some crappy people who are beautiful on the outside but are ugly as shit on the inside. And you got people who are beautiful on the inside, but you may look at them as ugly people on the outside. We have to stop looking at beauty being what's outward when beauty is within. Beauty is who you are. And I used to laugh at the beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but when you think about it, it's true. Because you looking at a person outside, outward appearance, and you're not even looking at who they are on the inside. Because a girl can be pretty as shit on the outside, but she could be a fucking dingbat on the inside or an evil person. But we don't look at things like that. We don't stop to say, how does this person how is this person towards me? Is this person good to me? How is that personality? Are they cool with other people? Do other people like them? When they come around, are people excited to see them? Are people excited to know that so and so is here? But you looking like, damn, here come her fine ass, and then she's dumb as dishwater. Like, it don't make sense. But that's us looking at a standard of beauty being what's on the outside instead of what's on the inside, and who I am on the inside, who I am as a person. Who am I towards other people? Who am I towards others? How do I carry myself in certain situations, in certain environments? Everything is a standard of beauty to somebody. And a lot of people don't look at who you are on the outside. Speaking yeah, a lot of people look at who you are and be like, oh, she just this kind of way, so that means she is this kind of person. No, she could be an evil ass bitch. She can be vindictive. She can be very mean. How we raise our children to see color. Yeah, yeah, we definitely, but that's for me. to me, that is something that is generational. We raise our kids to be like, if I have a daughter, if I had a daughter, I would want her to be my complexion because I know what it's like to be me. So I would want to pour into her because I don't like how I don't like how I was never given love based upon my skin tone. I was never told that my black was beautiful. I was never told that my skin tone was gorgeous. When I got called Blackie, I couldn't go home and be like, they hurt my feelings when they called me Blackie. My aunt would have been like, you black as shit. I'm sure that's what she would have said. I am 100% sure at that time that's what she would have said. Not to down her or nothing, but I'm sure that's what she would have said. I have always, I can only think within my grandmother immediate grandkids, it's only like a handful of dark skin girls. All the rest of them are light brown or light skin. It's only about, I'm gonna say me, my cousin Nikki, my sister Ashley. That's it. I have another cousin named Ashley, but for the most part, all of my grandmother's granddaughters are light skinned. It's only about 4, maybe 5 of us that are dark, like that are brown skin or dark skin. And I can honestly tell you that none of us were ever told that we were beautiful just off the color of our skin. I can almost guarantee you, if I have that conversation with all of them, they will definitely probably say, yeah, nobody ever taught me or told me about my skin tone. Nobody ever brought it up. Nobody ever told me that it was pretty. I had to go out here in this world and realize, like, damn, you don't like my skin tone? What's wrong with my skin tone? A lot of us can definitely attest to that. And then another thing that Nick pointed out was how the TV see us. Even on TV. Even on some of these fucking hair boxes, when you go get a perm, even you grab a perm box, it ain't too many dark ones on the perm box. It's straight light-skinned women. Light-skinned women with long hair or pretty hair. Now, you may find like I think if you pull up like an African vest perm on the box, light skin. If you think about just for me, light-skinned little girls with long hair. I think that might have been a one dark-skinned girl on the Just For Me perm box. I think that might be it. How do we explain the standards of beauty? And another thing is, I don't teach Jalen the difference in light and dark. Now, he do get on my nerves because he do prefer light-skinned girls. And I be having to say, well, what's wrong with a pretty dark-skinned girl? Because his girlfriend is light-skinned. She's a very, very, very beautiful young lady. But he has one of his close girlfriends, his female friends, she's dark-skinned, and she is fucking gorgeous. And I'm like, what's wrong with her? She cute. Even though y'all are friends, but she's cute. She's cute. She's a very beautiful girl. Skin tone or not, she's very beautiful. They said, how do we expand the standards of beauty? I think it starts from within us. We have to start embracing each other. We have to start, first of all, we have to start with the females. And we have to then it has to come from us and then filter out between between the men. And then once it filters out between the men, then as a community, as a whole Black community, then we can begin to move further and navigate. Because if you think about it, there are women who are all together and they will be like, oh, I don't hang with this kind of girl. I don't hang with that kind of girl. I don't do that. But we do it and not subconsciously we don't think about it. Even when I was like last night somebody said, if you notice, pretty girls hang out with one ugly friend. And I feel like that about certain women. They hang out with girls that they know are not going to give them competition. They're going to hang out with people who, okay, she's pretty, but she's not prettier than me. And that's a lot of times, even, I'm going to say that even now, I notice that in some friend circles, you have women who hang out with certain females because she's pretty, but she's not prettier than me. So I'm gonna hang out with her because she's cute, but I'm gonna be the prettiest one in the bunch because I'm I'm of a prettier tone. I'm light skinned and she dark, but I know they're gonna come to me first because I'm light skinned and pretty versus her because she dark. And I know a lot of men gonna be like, oh, she light skinned, she got pretty hair, she this. They're gonna automatically go to you. So I'm glad that my friends, I can honestly say I don't deal with that. I mean, I only have one super light skinned friend, and that's Tamika. But we don't hang out with each other based upon, oh, I'm prettier than Chrissy, so I'm gonna hang out with Chrissy because of XYZ. I don't no, that's not why we hang out because in my circle of friends, we all gonna uplift each other. Like, girl, you pretty as shit, you pretty. There ain't no skin tone, ain't no skin color. Oh, you pretty to be a dark skin girl. Oh, girl, no, you're pretty in general. We're gonna uplift each other pretty, and I think that's what one of the comedians said. Like, we all got that. When it comes to men got that ugly friend that they gonna let them know that they ugly. But with women not gonna tell their ugly friend that she ugly. They're gonna do her best. They're gonna do their best to uplift her, which we are gonna do. We're gonna be like, yeah, baby, you gorgeous, you're pretty, you're very, you're not pretty to be this, you're not pretty to be that. You're a very pretty girl. Even if somebody may think, oh, she ugly as shit. She's got a big wide back. She ain't got no butt. She ain't got this. She ain't got that. That's not the standard of beauty, though. That is not the standard of beauty. Having a big ass butt, big ass titties is not a standard of beauty. Let me just say that too. I hate when men objectify women based upon how they look. And then a lot of these people, I was just talking to who was it, Gerard the other day, and we were talking about, he was just saying, I don't know why you females go get these surgeries and I'm like, well, you got to think about it. Some women are not comfortable with just their body alone. Some women want to go get surgery because I don't like the way my butt looks, or maybe she don't like the way her boobs are. She don't maybe not like the way her nose may be. You don't know what subconscious or self-conscious thing that a woman is holding on to. Some women embrace their bodies. They be like, you gonna get this fat body regardless, and some women like, you gonna get this skinny body. I respect Coi Leray because she like, I don't have to go out here and get surgery to conform to the world standard of beauty. What's the new chick? The fuck nigga free girl. Her name is Glorilla. She said the same thing. People were on there like, oh, she needs to go get a BBL. She's like, why do I need to get a BBL? Because as soon as I do get a BBL, y'all gonna talk about the BBL. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. Why do I need to go get a BBL to uphold your standard of beauty? That's what you feel will make you beautiful. That's not what I will feel to make me beautiful. I don't have to go get my ass done because I'm skinny and I'm in an industry full of fake ass butts. I'ma be me. Everybody's been commending Angela Simmons because she been posting her natural body. They saying natural bodies are coming back. These men don't want no natural body. They want these bitches with these fake ass butts, and they want these bitches with these big ass titties, fake big titties, or real. It don't matter. That's what they want. That's what they like. Even though they say, we don't like a woman with all that fake stuff. Yes, you do, because to you that is your standard of beauty. You don't like it, but yet you'll go out here and you'll like 99,000 of Ari photos, or you'll go like 99,000 of Kim Kardashian photos, or you fantasize about being with her, but that's not your standard of beauty. It doesn't make sense to me. You'll go out here and you'll literally like your whole Instagram will be filled with nothing but fake, 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 fake. But then when you go try to get a real woman, oh, I don't like you because you got fake hair, you got fake nails, you got fake this. But that's what you are. That's all the pictures that you like on Instagram. And some guy was like, well, that's that what he say? They good to look at, but they not good to come home to. Well, then they shouldn't be good to look at either. Then, if that's not what you want, that's not what you want. My old boyfriend, his preference were dark skinned women or brown skinned women who were petite. I am the total opposite of that, baby. I'm a thick girl. I got it. I got stomach. I got butt. What you want? I am not what you like. And I say to him all the time, why don't you go be with somebody that you like? And he would say to me, because I like you. Clearly you don't, because I am not what you consider to be your standard or your preference. Well, I date you because of XYZ, yeah, but at the end of the day, I'm not what you're looking for. Go date who you want. To me, I like them dark skin and I like them chunky. I like me a fat nigga. I don't mean leaning over shoe fat. I mean just like stocky, got a little weight to him. You know, make me feel comfortable, make me feel safe. I don't really do skinny niggas. Have I dealt with a skinny nigga before? Absolutely, I have. But my preference is fat guys. Like me a fat boy. Once again, I do not mean stomach hanging over, shoes leaning. That's not what I mean by fat. I do not mean 500 pounds fat. I mean, give me a good stocky 250, 300. Give me a good stocky 250, 300. You know, for me, because it's like, I know I could eat in front of you and not be judged. I can eat, we can eat together. Yeah. Like, I went on a date last night. I'm like, just give me some french fries. He was skinny. All he ate was french fries. Y'all know he ate 3 french fries. The whole plate of french fries with the waist. I'm over here sucking them french fries up. But that's just me. I realized I can't do this because I like to eat. And I don't want to be judged. I like to eat. You know? So that's just how it is. That's just me, you know. But I'm coming out of that. I'm learning to come out of that. I'm learning. Because there are fat guys who act like they not fat and like, you know, want to eat eat fat. But then it's like, oh, well, you fat. Well, bitch, you out there. You fat too, baby. You fat. You're fat. So, you know, it's like you fat too, my nigga. You fat too. But that's my preference. And that's your preference. Go with what you like. Go with who you like. Don't be out here leading people on like you like them skinny and light skin. You go get you a skinny light skin nigga. Be happy with what you got, but then don't judge somebody else because they want to deal with a fat dark skin nigga. You like them fat and light skin? Go get you a fat light skin nigga, but you don't judge me because I like my nigga skinny and dark. You can't do that. You know, we all have a standard. But I want you to understand that sometimes your preference is not always what you need. Your preference is not always what's going to get you better. Your preference is not. Nate just asked me a question that I'm about to answer. But can I answer as I go on break? Because I'm thirsty. But I definitely want to talk about how that. The question was, how has colorism played a role in the relationship that I and I want to say that for me, it played a big role because I was chasing something that I shouldn't have been chasing, you know. And I'll talk about it more after this little break or whatever, but I'll talk about it more. But we about to take a little break, y'all. I'm a little parched and I need to take a little break. But come back after this little commercial break and we'll talk more about colorism and how it is affecting me and how it affects you. So I'm back, y'all. What am I doing the wrong way? I'm sorry. Can you hear me? I'm sorry. Y'all, choking on some damn water. But anyway, the question that was posed to me was, how has colorism played a role in the relationships that I've had? For me, I've always picked dark-skinned men. That has always been my attraction. For me, when I think about, then I'm trying to change my perception now. But the old me used to look at, I'm not going to say old me, part of me still do. I look at dark-skinned men as the epitome of beauty. To me, there's nothing like a handsome chocolate man. For me, that is the black man, and when I say the black man, I mean a black chocolate man, is the epitome of beauty. Now, I know that might sound a little contradictory. I get it. But when I think about beauty, and I think about somebody being a king, I think about a dark-skinned man. I do. Now, I'm trying to change my ways, and I am slowly changing my ways by integrating more lighter people, men, into my life. I don't really know a lot of light-skinned men. I mean, I know some, light brown-skinned men, and I know some hot yellow niggas, but my majority of my dating life has been just dark-skinned men, and I've always set them as the standard for beauty, the standard for a handsome man. When I think about a guy, I think about a king, that's what I think about. I think about that. And that's what I think about. And like I said, it's not fair because it's kind of contradicting what I was saying about changing my perspective and how others need to as well. But that's just how I think. And then, now I'm opening up my eyes, and I'm opening up and broadening my horizon to not just be so stuck on getting a dark skinned man. My date yesterday is a light brown skinned man. Light brown skin. Handsome guy. Handsome. Very skinny. Not my cup of tea, but he has a nice personality. He is a great person. He's an amazing father. He is everything that a woman would want. He's a hardworking man. He's a go-getter, a very good hustler, very business oriented. Always have a business mindset. I can honestly say in my years of knowing him, it's not like, he's been a bum. Definitely a hard worker. Definitely a go-getter. Definitely a businessman. And I like that. But for me, it was like, he's skinny. He light skinned. I can't do that. But you see how dumb that sounds? You see how dumb that sounds? Even for me, just saying it, it's like, that sounds stupid as shit. But that was my standard. That was my epitome of beauty, my ex-boyfriend. Stocky like I like him, dark like I like him, everything about him was amazing. Did not work out. Did not work out. But I digress. And it's like, I can't be mad. I have to just embrace it. And I'm trying to change that about myself because clearly, personally, you're being delusional. But a question that I see that Nate asked me was, have I seen colorism within my friend circle? I would say no, but like I said, the majority of my friends are dark-skinned females. I don't have a handful of light-skinned friends. I have some, but not a lot. You know, I might have like two or three. I might have like two or three, not. But then that's not because I don't branch out and be their friend. It's just some light-skinned girls are not friendly. Let me just say that some light-skinned girls are not fucking friendly. They are not. They are not friendly. They have that stuck-up mentality about themselves, and if you not my complexion or you not cool, you know, like me, I can't bang with you. You know, and that's fine. Have that. I have a very few I have a handful of light skin friends. And both of my two that I can think of off back, Janina and Nikki, they're the coolest people you could ever meet. The most down to earth, beautiful souls, beautiful women, awesome mothers. So yeah. Not nothing I can think of like off bat, like, oh, you know, I don't hang with that bitch because she dark. You know, I don't hang with her because she ugly. No, it's always an uplifting spirit. It's always, even when I don't feel good about myself, I know I can call Nikki and be like, I'm having a really rough day. I'm not feeling good. My low self-esteem is really eating at me away today. It's eating away at me. She'll be like, you're beautiful. Listen, you know, she will definitely, y'all know her. She gonna have an inspirational message somewhere in her bone. She gonna find one. She gonna pull it out. She gonna pull it out. But I feel like for me, my skin tone has affected my self-esteem in a way that is unhealthy for me because I feel like I constantly be looking at flaws. And a lot of people be like, I don't see what you see, but I see it. You know, it might not be a flaw to you, but for me, I don't like it. You know, I'm going to just point out one. For me, I don't like this. I don't like the darkness under my eyes. It's two different tones. I can see it clearly. Some people be like, what? I don't see that. I'll be like, how could you not? It's black as shit under my eyes. I look like I've been beat up. But in all actuality, when I went to an esthetician, she told me it was genetic. You know, this is hereditary. I cannot get rid of this. And no matter how many lightening creams I try, how many brightening creams, how many swabs of A&B I put on the head and let it ain't gonna lighten up. It ain't. No matter how many sugar scrubs I done made and been scrubbing away till it's red right here. It never goes away. It will never go away. Because baby, I tried it all. I tried it all. A&B, black soap, detox soap, turmeric, scrubs with lemon and water and vinegar, anything you can name, I tried it. And I tried to scrub it away. It won't go away. I done tried letting it sit for 18 hours and come back, it's still dark. Drink water. I drink water all day, every day. Nope, still ain't lighting it up. And I'm embracing that. I'm slowly but surely embracing that part of me. I'm embracing that this will forever be me. Another thing I don't like about myself, I hate these fucking moles on my face. I cannot stand them. This one big ass mole right here, hate it. Want to pluck it off. It looks like a booger. There's another mole on the side of my face right here, on the side of my nose. Can't stand it. It looks like a little booger. Don't like it. Can't stand the moles right here under my eye. I have them all on my eye. These little moles. Can't stand them. Want to kill them. Take them off now, Lord. Take them. Take them. But everybody's like, that to me, that's the beauty. That's not beautiful to me. I don't want this on my face. Now, I can honestly say I don't have a problem with acne like I did when I was younger. Acne for me was horrible. I had a pimple face. But I went to the doctor. The dermatologist cleared me right up, and I can honestly say ever since then, I have not dealt with acne. I might get a pimple here and there. It's very few and far between, but I'm thankful that I don't have bad acne, and I don't want to, down anybody who does. That's your struggle, not mine. Can't down me for that. But it's certain things about my skin that I don't like. It's certain parts of my face that I don't like. Certain things about my face I don't like. But for others, it's like, I wish I had that. I wish I had that mole right here on the side. It's pretty. I wish I had that mole there. That looks good. I like it a little more. I don't like controversial. My lashes. I like my lashes. I have big eyes. And sometimes I don't like being without my lashes because my eyes don't really pop out. But I feel like with my lashes, it bring my eyelids down some. Don't make my eyes look as big. Don't make my eyes seem as big. To some people, it's like, oh, I like your big eyes. I don't like your big lashes. You gonna start wearing big lashes? Never, never, never will I ever. I like my lashes. My lashes, like I said, bring down my eyes some. Don't make my eyes look all big and shit. You know, I like that. I hate when I don't have my lashes on because I feel like my eyes is like scaring somebody. I feel like Tracy Ellis Ross with her big ass eyes. Mm-mm. I feel like with my lashes, it brings them down and it kind of evens out my eyelids and my eyes. So I feel like it does that for me. For some people, it may not. But I like my lashes. I can't get rid of them. I like them. I like them how they are. Some people don't like them, but I do. I love them. Another thing that I don't like that, somebody that pointed out to me, I've been noticed, but they pointed it out like they didn't notice. I have brown spots in my eyes. I cannot stand it. I don't know, a lot of people have not looked closer, but if you get close enough to me, you will see that there's brown specks in my eye. Whatever you call that white part of my eye. Whatever the white part calls that. And there's things like that bothers me that other people be like, damn, that's so cute. Like, that's pretty as shit. I ain't never seen that on nobody. I like that. I ain't never seen a girl with brown spots in her eye. Baby, I think something wrong with my liver. I don't know. I was told something was wrong with my liver if I had brown spots in my eye. Now I worry about my liver. But you telling me it's cute? I could be dying. I don't know. But it's simple shit like that bothers me that other people may be like, girl, that's cute. That's cute as shit. No, don't like it. I don't like it. But I'm learning to embrace it. I'm learning to love it about me. I'm learning to just let it grow on me. Because while I may be insecure about it, the next person may not even notice it. The next person may be like, if I get rid of it, someone be like, well, something is missing from you. You're not Crystal. What's wrong? I want to get rid of this gap. For some people in Africa, having a gap is a standard of beauty. You are the most beautiful person in the world. I don't like my gap. I want to get it close. I've had it for 36 years. I want to get rid of it. But for some people, it's like, well, if you don't have your gap, who are you? I don't know who I would be. I don't know how I would look. Big ass gap. Girl, bye. And for a while, I didn't like smiling. If you look at some of my pictures, this is what you're going to get. Now, I'd be like, but a few years ago, in my 20s, it was definitely smile, Kristen. I just see me smiling. That's all you were going to get. Now that I'm in my 30s and I have embraced my gap, and it's crazy that it took me that long to embrace it, but it did. I smile heavy as shit, and I don't even think about my gap. I'm telling you, I don't think about it at all. It does not bother me. With my gap, for a while, I used to be like, shit, that's the first thing somebody's going to notice. Because how could you not? In my mind. But now, I don't even think about it. It's in the back of my mind. Every now and again, I might be like, damn, my gap. But that'll last me for like every bit of 5 seconds, and I'm over it. Now, you're going to get all this. You're going to catch all these gums. You're going to catch all these teeth. Big and all. But if you go back and look at some of my Facebook or Instagram pictures, you're going to be like, you will see how my smile has changed over the years. Over the years, you will see how it went from to. And even now, I find myself still doing like this. But in most of my pictures, you're going to catch all this gap. You're going to catch it all. You're going to get it all. And I've embraced it. That is my biggest flaw that I have learned to embrace. My freaking gap. My gap, something that's been with me since I had teeth, is now something that I have finally, at 37 years old, embraced and love and do not care what nobody else thinks. Because in my mind, that's what the first thing everybody saw when they saw me. And it's like, how could you be cute with a gat? How? How could you be cute with a gat? And it's like, how the fuck could I not? How can I not? How can I not? You know? But I'm loving it. Do I want to get rid of it? Yes, I still do. Let me just say that. However, I've learned to love it. I've learned to embrace it. I've learned to let it not define me as a person. And I'm slowly but surely I'm letting go of some parts of my low self-esteem, but it's slow. And nothing happens overnight. Nothing happens that fast. Everything's gonna take time. And I'm embracing that about me. I'm embracing it and I love it and I like it. That's me. It makes me who I am. You know. So another question that was asked was, how does TV show us how to see color? Oh, that's a deep question because for the longest time you saw most dark skinned women in my eyes playing the role of the ugly one. You know, you didn't have a lot of, Megan Good, but she's not. I wouldn't consider her dark. I would consider her like a light brown, flat or brownish kind of color. But she set for me, for us, she set that standard for okay, she dark, she brown skin, she cute. Gabrielle Union. Oh shit, she brown skin, she cute. You know, it once more of them started coming out. Aaliyah, when you had back in, when Aaliyah was out, it was like, okay, you had Beyonce. And I'm trying to think of another light skinned girl. I'm trying to think of somebody who's light that everybody likes. Damn, they all the rappers. You got freaking Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, but she's not black, she's Dominican. But you have the light skinned girls that everybody gravitated towards. And for me, who really, really, really set the standard for dark skinned, brown skinned women, Little Kim. Little Kim set that standard. When she came out with that KIM, with her Little Kim CD, and she had her motherfucking leopard print bikini or lingerie, whatever the fuck you want to call that shit on, niggas ate that up. Because for her, Faith Evans was a standard of beauty, and she could never be Faith. She could never be Faith. Faith was light skinned, pretty blonde hair, gorgeous. Faith to me back then was ugly, and she ugly now. But that was the standard of fucking beauty. Look how they played, how Biggie played them against each other. Now, Biggie, of all people, Biggie was ugly as shit. How the fuck dare you tell Lil' Kim she ugly? Biggie, you ugly as shit. You better be glad these hoes is fighting over you. Biggie was ugly, but that's an example that I'm trying to use. You had an ugly nigga like him who had a nerve to have standards, and a dark-skinned woman wasn't his standard because she didn't meet his beauty qualification. Imagine fucking that. Imagine that. You know what I'm saying? Little Kim was gorgeous before she changed her body and her whole everything around. Beautiful girl. Kimberly Jones is the standard of beauty for me. That was my nickname in middle school and like elementary school. I named myself Lil' Kim because that was my role model. She was gorgeous, but she didn't feel it within herself. She didn't feel it. Even her stepfather told her she was an ugly ass black bitch. Tupac told her she was an ugly ass black bitch. You can imagine what the fuck, how that played on her mind and how that may still play on her mind to this day because she feel like in order to be beautiful, she gotta have a big ass butt, she gotta have fake titties, she gotta be light skinned with pretty long hair. And look at how she changed her whole everything around because she felt that that was a standard of beauty. Lil' Kim felt like she had to be something that she wasn't. And I'm telling you now, Little Kim then don't have nothing on Little Kim now. Little Kim now don't have nothing on Little Kim then. Little Kim then, when she first came out in that album cover, she was the shit. She was the shit. And everybody thought like, damn, that's a pretty ass girl. She pretty to be a dark skinned girl. But you don't know how that played on her fucking mental because she already already dealing with a nigga who got a wife, who light skinned, who look totally different from her. And y'all gotta understand that. You can't tell me you love me and you care about me when I don't look nothing like what you really like. That be playing on women's minds and niggas don't be understanding that shit. That be playing on women's minds. I look totally opposite from what you really got in your life. I look totally different from that. Lil' Kim and Faith Evans was two totally different fucking women. They made Lil' Kim out to be a slut, a freak, a this, a that, and Faith remained. Her posture was always good. She always remained a little doting little wife. But the whole time she was a fucking freak. She was a fucking freak. But they made Lil' Kim out to be the freak. Lil' Kim was a slut, a hoe, she a freak. You know, you gotta think, I'm just thinking about that. I know I went off for a second, but yeah. You know, that is a great comparison to how a nigga will play two different sides of the coin. You like this on the forefront and out for everybody, but behind closed doors, this is what you really like, this is what you really want, this is who you really want to be with. And you had that girl whole mental fucked up. Her father started that shit, fucked up Lil' Kim mental. Fucked it up. If you were listening to him up, Tupac talk shit about Lil' Kim. Quick to snatch her ugly ass up. She was not ugly. Come on, Pac. I know you was mad and you was upset, but Lil' Kim was far from ugly back then. Now, she's a little scary. But Lil' Kim back then, far from fucking ugly. But the beauty standard for women back then was light skin with a natural body. Not dark, natural body, pretty, nice hair. No. It was light skin, long hair, natural body. They wasn't really into fake asses and fake titties. A little bit into fake titties, but not too much into the fake ass. They really didn't give a fuck about the asses back then. Samoa said that last night. Oh, the flat ass is making a comeback. I don't know, baby. They try, but it's just like it's like corduroy. I don't think it is ever coming back. It's like corduroy. I don't think nobody ever gonna wear that again. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But if you think about the standard then, look at it. Look at how Faith was deemed to be the face. You know, she was the face of it. She was that. And Lil' Kim played the background. She had to play the background. Foxy wasn't so much. Foxy had a sex appeal. I wouldn't say she was sexy. She just had a certain sex appeal. And if you think about it, dark-skinned women, dark-skinned rappers had to reveal more, do more, be more than light-skinned rappers. But Foxy wasn't, I don't think they deemed Foxy sexy. Foxy Brown had a sex appeal about herself. She had that whole, you know, what was she, Jamaican or Trinidad? I don't know where the fuck she's from, where her people from. But she had that whole Islander Caribbean thing going on about herself. So they liked that about her. Like, oh, she's an island girl. You know. They had that. She had that. But I don't think they really deemed her to be like, yeah, Foxy sexy and shit. She just had that sex appeal. And then she had the little wavy hair. Yeah, because she was from, I think she's from Jamaica or Trinidad or some shit. Her family from somewhere. But that's what she had about herself. She had that kind of sex appeal. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I feel like as a community, the black community as a whole, we got to just start doing better, period. Not even just with colorism, we're holding each other accountable, with making sure that as a woman, I'm holding my sisters accountable, and as a man, you're holding your brothers accountable. You know, we have to start doing that because it's becoming now this constant battle between male and female, and then in the female circle, you got female, this color female versus this color female. And then you got this man versus that man. We have to break that cycle because we have a much bigger fight on the outside of us going on that we can't focus. We can't focus on what's going on outside of us because we got a bickering argument on the inside. It's like a sibling rivalry, you know, it's like the men versus the women. But we have a whole bigger fight outside of our community that we gotta fight. We can't even band together to fight shit like racism because because we too busy fighting each other about dumb shit. You know, we're too busy fighting each other about who's masculine, who's this. We're too busy holding these kind of conversations about colorism. And I watched another TikTok, of course, I'm always on TikTok, that said, yo, we got so much more shit to worry about, but because we so stuck on the dumb shit in our community, we can't fight the outsiders. We can't get the outsiders because we're so busy within our own stupid selves fighting over who's more masculine. Should the man pay the bills? Should he go half? Should a woman put out if a man pays for a flight? We worry about dumb shit that unfortunately white people don't worry about. You don't hear them having these conversations. You don't see that. All you see is black content creators, black podcasters, black motherfuckers with a platform who the first thing they want to say is women ain't being women no more. The men ain't menning. You know? We're not in fucking 1955. We are not in 1965. We are in 2022. The standards have changed. I don't know what's so fucking hard about people doing what the fuck that will please them. Why are you so pressed and so worried about people on the outside and their perception of you? When that shit don't even matter, they need to mind their business. But we so stuck on I don't want to go ahead for no deal with no woman. Well, that don't make sense to me. That don't make sense. I don't want to go ahead for him. I don't want to go there. I don't want to do that. Like, come on. What the fuck make you happy? Okay. You don't want your girl to work? Go find you a woman who want to sit home and clean and cook all day and wait for you to get home. Go find that. You want a woman that go half on the bills? Then find you a woman that want to go half on the bills. You want an independent woman? Find you one. Like, come on. We having these conversations that we should not even be fucking having publicly on the fucking internet, and you got motherfuckers laughing at us, hee and ha, while they also making laws, still beating us, still killing us, still doing shit to us, still being racist towards us, and yet we're on the inside fighting about dumb shit. Who should be submissive? I need me a submissive woman. What? Let's fight this first, and then come back and get this straight, and then come back and get our shit straight. But we can't fight both battles at the same time. You know, it's almost like a child with ADHD. You playing with one toy, and then when somebody else got it, you want to go play with that toy. But once you kind of done with that, you want to go back over there. Like, it's kind of like we have that ADH relationship in the black community. We have ADH. You know, we're fighting each other on the outside, but then, bam, a Karen do something, so let's go stop fighting each other. Let's go band against this Karen, and then we're going to come back and fight each other later because we ain't finished. That shit is dumb. So we got to start holding each other accountable. We have to start holding each other accountable. We have to. We have to start holding each other accountable because if we don't, we're going to be fucked. We're going to be still fighting this battle in another 10, 15 years, worried about who paying what, worried about who doing what, when we should not be worried about that shit. We should not be worried about it. But because we want to keep fighting this dumbass fight, we're going to have to be worried about it. It's going to have to just be something that we're doing. And it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's a never-ending battle. The man should do this. The woman should be. Why? Why are we caring about that shit right now? We got bigger fish to fry. We still got police killing us. We still have racism in America. We still are dealing with racism across the country, across the world. Some places we can't even go. We still need a green book in 2022. Hello? We're not free. They gave us freedom, but we ain't free. Okay, y'all complaining about y'all little rights. We're going to give y'all little rights. But there's no anti-hate crime against black people. You got an anti-Jew crime, Asian, this, that, and the third. But there's no anti-bill against black people. No, no hate crime. You can't make it a hate crime. There's no hate crime. Because if they do that, then it's all. Like, come Come on now. We got to worry about bigger shit. And I think as a whole, we have to do better. We gotta start holding each other accountable when we see fuck shit. We gotta start holding each other accountable when we see shit that, no, baby, you ain't supposed to be doing that. But instead we do this. We pull out our phones. Look at her. Come on now. Why are we doing that? You know? But it's like black people operate better in dysfunction. We operate better when we have a bunch of dysfunction around us. Because when we're not being dysfunctional, what are we being? It's like we almost love being dysfunctional. It's ridiculous if you ask me. But, you know, it's like, as a whole, we got to do better. We have to start doing better. And unfortunately, until we start holding each other accountable and until we started being like, you know what, look, you get your girls, I got my guys, we still gonna have this big ass group of dysfunction just going on, just doing shit, having problems for no fucking reason. And until we can sit down and be like, look, you black women hold y'all accountable. Black men, we gonna hold us accountable, and then we come together and meet in the middle, and then we go out. Yeah. But until we do that, we gonna always be fighting this never ending battle of us versus them, light versus dark, men versus women, women versus women, men versus men. And it's going to be a stupid, never-ending battle when we also have to deal with the outside world, too. We have to deal with the outside world, too. Microaggression, racism, you know, dumb shit. People calling the police on us just because we walking in their neighborhood. People calling the police on us because we just in the pool and we don't belong there. This shit is never going to end. And until we can band together to stop the shit, we are our own fucking enemy. We can't even band together and become allies because we're so busy being fucking enemies. That shit is ridiculous to me. We can't band together to become allies because we are so busy being each other's enemy when our real enemy is the force that we're fighting outside of our community. That's the real force that we're fighting. That is a real fight that we need to be battling. But we have our own little bickering and our own little sibling rivalries going on inside of our communities that we can't get our shit together. We can't put it together, and I don't know why. That shit is irritating. It is really, really irritating. And it's sad. It's really sad. Because as a whole, we got to do better. But we don't want to do better. We refuse to do better. We can't do better. We don't want better. We want to keep remaining the same so that we can have something to argue about. It's kind of like we're having a victim mentality amongst ourselves. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you, Nikki. A gap gives up. I told y'all she gonna find a heartfelt message somewhere in her bones. She got one. She got him today. I'm learning to embrace my gap, though. I'm learning to embrace my gap more and more each day. But we have to stop with the dumb arguments in our own community amongst ourselves because we ain't doing shit but causing a fucking ruckus about shit that don't even fucking matter. When all we gotta do is stop worrying about what John wants to do with his money. John want to trick off with his little coin, go let John trick off. But if John want to be a cent, let John be a cent. If John want to be a toxic man and he think he a high value man, leave his high value ass alone. You don't have to deal with it. You don't have to date him. You don't have to be with him. You know? Leave him where he at. We have to stop worried about what other people doing because it don't fit us. It don't suit us. In a way, that's like a Karen because you're not doing what I want you to do, or you're not your lifestyle don't fit my life. So therefore, you gotta change that about yourself. I don't know. Fuck no. That is the biggest fucking slap in the face I've ever heard because your lifestyle don't fit what I want or my personality or my life. You need to change your shit, baby, because that ain't working for me. Like, girl, mind your fucking business. If you just mind your business, we wouldn't even be going through all this. Mind your business. I have never seen so much audacity been thrown around in the black community is crazy. Because that's one thing that the black community have, a bunch of fucking audacity. A bunch of fucking audacity. Because how dare you? How dare you? You know what I'm saying? It's almost like, bitch, what? What? How dare another man count a man's pockets and tell him he being a simp because he got a girlfriend with 4 kids? That's his business. Meanwhile, you ain't got no wife, no kids, nobody. You home by yourself every day. You and your little dog Fighter or Fido, whatever he is. You know what I'm saying? That's who you go home to every day. And just because that man chooses to go home to that woman and her 4 kids, let that man go home to that woman and her 4 kids. So what? They not his kids. So what? So what? But because we so focused on what other people got going on and what other people doing, we can't stop and look at ourselves like, damn, I'm fucked up. I ain't got nobody to come home to. When you turn your key, it's you in the air in that bitch. Nobody. That's the only movement you get is the air coming on and off. You don't have nobody in that motherfucker when you go home, lonely ass. But you worry about what John doing with his motherfucking girlfriend and her 4 kids. Calling him a second. Yet you go home, turn the key, listen to Future all fucking night. You fucking... I was about to say something, but I'm not going to say it. Like, cut it out. You know? Cut it out. Ladies, you see your homegirl acting dumb, don't want to let her kids see their father, call that bitch out. Because, man, what are you doing? That man tried. Now, if he was a piece of shit, and if he wasn't doing for him, you'll be hunting him down to be something. But because he want to be something and he want to be somebody in his kid life, you know, you said everything what you were supposed to say. You know what I'm saying? But because he want to be somebody in his kid life, and because he wants something, he want to be a father to his kids, you want to hold him back for $200? He ain't giving you $200 this week? Bitch, what you gonna do with it? Well, shit, he's still not done. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I don't get. Women, we gotta start holding each other accountable. How the fuck can you not let this man see his kid? Because you want some money. But if he was a piece of shit and didn't give a fuck about little Shay Shay, you will be on Facebook blasting him, beating down his door about how he need to come see her. She just need her father. No, bitch, you gotta pick and choose. You gotta choose. Which one do you want? Which one do you want to do? You down child support 4 times in one day for 4 different niggas, and you got 5 baby fathers. That's because the 4 of them don't want to do shit, but the 5th one you got, he want to be somebody, you giving him hell. Well, bam. You got these other 4 niggas who don't give a fuck about their kids. But you got the 5th nigga who really trying to be there, and because he want to be there for his kid, you got a problem with him? Bitch, I gotta knock you across your motherfucking head. But we gotta start holding our homegirls, our sisters, our cousins, our mamas accountable. Because if we don't, they will continue the fuck shit cycle. They will continue it. There's no stopping. Your sister or your brother don't raise his kids. Bro, what the fuck is you doing? You got kids. Why you ain't been to go see your kids? They live around the corner. You live on Madison, they live on Monument. Bitch, what is you doing? It's a block away. You live on Madison and Broadway, and your kids live on Monument and Broadway. Why the fuck haven't you been around there to see your children? Lil Nene, come in. Why the fuck? Kinda. Lil Nene, come in. Why the fuck your kids ain't never home? Who they with? Your daughter can't be over everybody's house, baby girl. Your daughter can't be over everybody's house. Everybody's house not going to look out for her like you supposed to. Go get your motherfucking kids, man. Go get your little kids. They baby run around here with a pamper full of piss. Clean your shit up. Get your shit together, man. Mental health problems. Listen, baby, go get you some help. Listen, I got a therapist. I got this number. Call them. They can get you some help. Your motherfucking cousin run around here like a motherfucking nutcase. And you just want to keep laughing. Ha ha, he bipolar. Ha ha, he crazy. No, bitch, he needs help. And he's screaming for it. And you want to laugh about it. Go get that motherfucker some help. shit that we need to start holding each other accountable for. Like, look, bro, you've been fucked up too long. Cause let me help you out here. You need a therapist. You need a therapist. Let me get you some help. You laughing because the nigga off his rockers and shit. No, bitch, that ain't funny. That ain't funny. That nigga out here spazzing out. That ain't funny. And that's why let me talk about this motherfucking no shoes on man. That motherfucker is crazy, and this motherfucker need help. He is on drugs. He is on drugs and is terrorizing that woman's home and her fucking children. There is no way, ladies, that a dick is more important than your fucking kids. And I always hear people say that. And I don't know her personally, but looking at their lives and shit, I'm seeing that firsthand. Girl, this man is telling your children that if they don't serve his God, they going to hell. Are you okay? You ma'am. That part. The views, opinions, and facts from the host and guests of I.Am.She Podcast are theirs alone, and I do not have money to pay for your hurt feelings. I don't have time. Like, come on. This man is really living in this woman's house. He's been living there since February, and instead of him, he gets shot on Monument and Rose Street. Instead of him calling the police right there, he goes all the way home on Luzerne, gets on his front steps, pick up his phone and get online. Nigga, you got a hole in your neck. Hello? You ain't got to want to get smart with the police. Bitch, they trying to help you. Then he get out of the hospital the same day. With the IV still in his arm, talking about he looking for his girlfriend. She probably at the hospital because she got the money there. Nigga, you on live basically saying, you were on live TV. You were on Fox 45, WJZ telling these people this dumb ass shit. And you wonder why people looking at us like we fucking crazy. That was a perfect victim mentality for him because he likes to play victim. If you go and look at some of his videos, that man plays victim. Oh, look at him. You think nothing was going to happen to you? You run around here calling people rats and fucking snitches and telling them that you going to kill them? What the fuck you thought was going to happen to you? We are in Baltimore City. I will not call my neighbor no rat and tell her I'm going to kill her. I will not. Because then she going to catch me outside one day and boom, I'm gone. And then all of a sudden, I'm dead, and now I got my neighbors looking at me all crazy. Now the neighbors done probably killed me and some shit. This man was on live terrorizing and being a fucking menace to his goddamn community that he don't live in. This girl is on Section 8. Now she can put out where the fuck you and her kids gonna go. And I read some messages about CPS stepped in and is taking over the investigation, or whatever, as far as her kids, because you can clearly see that this man is brainwashing these children alive. How dare he? That bothered my fucking spirit. Seeing that man make her kids practice a religion that they don't know nothing about. Take your shahada, or if you don't want to take your shahada, you got to get out of here because you want to practice the devil's religion. You want to be a Christian and go to hell with your grandmother. What? Sir, I'm a Christian woman, and I will never tell a Muslim if they don't bow down to my God, my Messiah, my Jesus Christ, that they're going to hell. My Jesus is my Jesus. Let them practice whoever they want to practice, Allah, whoever. If I can't see a Buddhist and tell them that they can't bow to their statue or whoever, a Buddha, you going to hell. I can't do that. That's not my place to put people in heaven or hell. I don't have a place on this earth to do that. And this woman really sitting there letting this man say this shit to her fucking kids. Are you a mental case, ma'am? Are you a mental patient? Because there's no way in fucking Sam hell I'm going to allow a man to come in my life and make my kids be something that they don't even know nothing about. They don't know no goddamn Allah. Then he walking around down the hill with a coat on trying to act. This man is mental, and y'all don't want to get him no help. Keep sending him fucking cash apps. Ma'am, he is getting high and drunk with that money. He don't have no job. He wasn't around painting no shoes on. How you get shot in your own no shoes on? That don't make sense. Some people don't give a fuck about them words on the sidewalk or on a wall. You a fucking nut. Instagram and Facebook of this man terrorizing this woman's home, terrorizing this woman's neighborhood, terrorizing where she lives. He's walking around terrorizing the fucking police. He's walking around terrorizing people in communities. Like, this man is a fucking mental patient, and nobody is seeing this shit. This man needs help. He got big high. You can tell he walked up to the police the same day he got shot. Walks up to the police and tell him he's sleeping on the motherfucking job and he need his badge number because he ain't doing his job. The police looking at him like, are you crazy? What is your badge number? I said, you can't tell me that man wasn't high on no crack aside. It's a problem. Like, we got to start, y'all. Mental health in the Black community is crazy, and we refuse to deal with it. The taboo behind thinking that you need a therapist is sickening to me. It is sickening to really sit there and think that you can't go get a fucking therapist because therapists are for crazy people. Bitch, you're mental. What you think you are? You're crazy. Hello? You're a mental case. You're a fucking nut bucket. Clear. Whatever. I digress. I'm done going off. But anyway, to sum it up, today's show was really good. I vented mostly, you know. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you will become a subscriber, please hit us up at PodcastIAmShe at gmail.com. That's the popcorn mechanic. Listen, I had problems. I do. I can't even do it. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook channels as well. On YouTube, we're under the Artist Echange. On Facebook and Instagram, we are I.Am.She Podcast. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe, follow, do whatever you need to do. If you would like to advertise your business, whatever you're giving, as long as you don't sell drugs, feel free to hit us up at PodcastIAmShe at gmail.com to inquire about our weekly and monthly packages that we can give you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully it doesn't rain today. Tomorrow, hopefully it's beautiful. I think it's supposed to rain on next week. I will double check. I don't know. Thank you guys for tuning in. Next week, I can't wait to see you guys. Can't wait to hear how your week has been. I hope if you go back and listen to this, comment. Let me know how you're dealing with some things, colorism in the community, even with accountability. But then whatever you're dealing with within the Black community, I think we need to start focusing on that more. I think we will clean up that. We will money launder. We will money launder for you. Yeah. Anyway, we will definitely just what I feel like as a whole, we need to start bringing Black social issues back to the table. We need to start from the ground up and rebuild our foundation of the Black community, because there is a lot of dismantling that we need to do, a lot of wrong thinking, a lot of right thinking, a lot of opinions, and it's a lot of shit that we need to clear up. So thank you guys for tuning in. See y'all next week. Watch the show throughout the week. Share it with your friends. Do what you gotta do. KD will be back. They know what I just said. KD will be back next week. She's moving to North Carolina today. We wish her well on her journey. Safe travels. I know, right? Safe travels for her and her family, guys. Cannot wait to see you guys next week. Next week, our topic will be up Monday or Tuesday, one of these days. And, just start sharing it out, guys. Tune in every Saturday, right here, 11 to 1 on YouTube and Instagram, Facebook, wherever you like to stream. We're here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Love y'all. See y'all next week. Bye.